Well, the business of another transfer window has been concluded, which means the business end of the season is upon us. 25 games gone in the Premier League, 13 remaining, and there is a very tight race challenging for the European places. We have two of our biggest tests of the season coming up in this episode. We are at home against Chelsea, then away at Manchester City. And welcome back, everyone. This is episode number 71 of Bottom to the Top. How you doing? I'm Mr. Cellophane. 13 games remaining. They start today. Two of our biggest tests. Two teams ahead of us on the table, currently sitting 4th and 3rd, respectively. We are home against Chelsea, then on the road against Manchester City. Currently, we find ourselves in 7th place on the table, occupying a spot in Europe for next year, although it is very tight. We are on 39 points. Liverpool in 11th on 35. We beat Chelsea. We can be in the Champions League spot. Will we stay there? Who knows? We've been a bit up and down through the late January, early February period of the season. Since the last episode, we lost 3-0 on the road at Old Trafford against Manchester United. I mean, we have battled them pretty closely throughout this one. I'd show you the highlights, but there really weren't any. Things were a bit different at home against Newcastle. 0-0 until Fulham delivers the header off of the corner kick 9 minutes into added time. At the end of the match, literally at the death, we were able to pull out a 1-0 victory. We did make a tactical change about 70 minutes in where we went back to our old 4-3-2-1 formation. Not sure if that's really what had a bearing on the results, so we are going to go back to the 4-2-3-1 for the next match against Chelsea. If we win, we could be as high as 4th place on the Premier League table. Before the end of the transfer window, we did conclude a little bit of business. Matty Pollock, Aurelien Menda, both going out on loans with future optional permanent deals attached. We also sent out Josh King on loan to Stoke. Joe Chulis, who wasn't getting a work permit through us anyway, went off to Lech. We sold him for £240,000. And Aiden Phillips went out on loan to MTK. We did bring in one final player, looking to shore up our depth on the right back position. We picked up Ivan Fresneda, the Spanish international. He's capped 32 times for Spain at the tender age of 26 years old. We got him from Bayern Munich for £15 million. Hopefully he is worth it. Made the one appearance in the Premier League, a 7.2 average rating. So far, so good. He's going to be splitting time with Daniil Denisov. Some changes to be made for the lineup. A lot of matches being played here in the beginning of February. Also a major test against Chelsea. Shavlina is going to be our goalkeeper. It's going to be a back four of Harvey Vale, Alex Guest, Jair, and Ivan Fresneda. Craig Ross is going to pair with Marco Morales in the midfield. On the attack is going to be Federico Guerrero. He'll be flanked by Zid Kika Chandler and Melvin Costa. Costa not having the greatest run of games, to be fair, which is one of the reasons why we have been considering going back to the 4-3-2-1 instead, which eliminates those wing positions, which would also mean less playing time for Melvin Costa. We are trying to get him comfortable in the system as much as possible. Also a role change for Tom Burford up top. He's going to be playing as a more complete forward versus the target forward role that we've been having him play up until this point. He does have 9 goals on the season, but a 6.54 average rating in the last 5. Again, not great, but as you can see, the entire team is basically in the same boat. We have been mediocre, but we have held on to a good position. So let's see what happens if we all of a sudden aren't mediocre anymore. Did you like the confidence with which I made that comment? I mean, I have absolutely no idea what is coming on this match from Craven Cottage. It is number 7 Fulham versus number 4 Chelsea, and Jurgensen to get the ball started. Costa's going to step up and intercept. He's got Caicedo on him. Costa winning it back. Morales for Guerrero. Nice turn. We'll play it outside. Fresneda back for Guerrero. At the edge of the box. Morales. Guerrero. Costa. Shot. Jurgensen save made. Pushed out behind. And it will be a very early corner kick opportunity. Vale to send it in from the far side. Looking near post. Guest flicks it on. Burford can't finish it off, however, and it will be cleared away by Levi Colwill and out into touch. We have played just about 10 minutes of this first half, and it has been pretty much all Fulham so far. The momentum really going our way. The first 3 shots of the match going toward Fulham before Chelsea pulls a couple back after the 15-minute point. Chelsea on 42 points right now as things stand. We are on 40, tied with Southampton and Leeds. We get a win. We leapfrog those teams. Of course, they will have a game in hand over us. We are the first match of this weekend. Leeds is coming up. They're at home against Tottenham. And we'll have to check out who Southampton has. Harvey Vale nodding it down. He's got Zikic Chandler. Ross ahead for Burford at the top of that midfield pyramid. Jair throwing it far. Right wing. Fresneda moving it to his left. Fresneda putting a little pokey type passy shot in on Jurgensen, and he's able to scoop that up. I'm not sure if he was looking for one of the men in the middle or not, but either way, he was not successful. Costa looking to switch things up. Reece James heads it away, but Chandler has it along the sideline, moving it into the box. Chandler in off of Fofana. It's going to go out behind. Another corner kick for Fulham. 5 minutes have been added on at the end of this first half. We have played a minute 40 of them. Guerrero looking near post. Can't pick out a man. Reece James will clear it. Chased down, though, by Burford. Turning it once again toward the front line. Guerrero working one-on-one with James. Throws it across. Costa can't get his head on it. Fresneda chases it down, but that is going to end the attack. Looks like Moises Caicedo is going to go out injured. I know that Harvey Vale was a little nervous about that matchup coming in with Caicedo off of the pitch and Loman and Nkunku coming in. Perhaps that could open the door for a Fulham victory. But right now, your score is 0-0, even though things are very tilted in the way of the Cottagers. So we are going to head into this second half hoping that we can make a breakthrough, and we're going to have to do it without Fresneda. Injured on a play just a couple of minutes into the start of this second half, so Daniil Denisov is going to make his way in. That is not going to be the only change we are going to make. Guerrero is going to slide out onto the left wing. Zikic Chandler not really having a fantastic match. Tom Burford is going to slide into the number 10, and we are going to bring in Gabriel Amaya as our striker. Amaya tied with Burford with 9 goals on the season. Hopefully he can add to his scoring tally in this one. Just over 30 minutes remaining in this match. We are going to shout out some additional encouragement to our team. Hopefully we can break this 0-0 draw. Burford, though, not having the greatest match. So hopefully Marco Morales will slide up. We'll bring in Antonio Blanco. A little tired coming in. Wasn't really ready to start this match, but we figure now would be the time to bring him in. We're going to confirm those changes as a set piece. Harvey Vale will leave it for Ross. So they're playing it short. Guest controlling it at the midfield stripe before leaving it in the middle for Jair. He's going to hold up play for a while there. I don't know why he was so afraid to move forward. Guest finds Morales, dropping it once again for Guest. Ross to Guest. Looking forward. Can't pick out Guerrero. Reece James steps in front of that one. James gets it to Abada, who will cede some ground as he's double-teamed. Loman across for Anderson. Flipped forward. Drago isn't going to get there. Guest will clear it. Abada, though, controlling it for Chelsea. Abada in the middle. And Nkunku able to power one through Shavlina for his 4th goal of the year. And Chelsea taking a 1-0 lead. We're going to make an edit to our tactical changes because we are going to go and make that change that we have talked about before. Burford is going to go up there. Kim Young-suk will make his way into the midfield. So it's going to be Shavlina with Vale, Guest, Jair, and Denisov as a back four. A midfield three of Ross, Blanco, and Kim Young-suk, with the attackers being Marco Morales, Tom Burford, and Gabriel Amaya. Let's confirm those changes, although Burford not really having the greatest match, but we are kind of running out of attacking players since we have made so many alterations tactically and not only in our formation, but positionally as well. Substitutions. Reece James playing it ahead for Lomon. Anderson with it. Chelsea looking to make some inroads, although they are content to move it along with the midfield. Denisov's going to step in front of that with Burford to Young-suk Amaya ahead for Morales. Looking for Young-suk. Morales again. This time he's going to pick out Burford in the box. Burford with a shot. Save made Jurgensen. Denisov picks it up. His shot is going to be blocked by the defenseman in front, and it will result in a Fulham corner. Kim Young-suk looking to deliver. He does have a man short in Harvey Vale. Jair, he's not going to be able to get over that ball with his head. It's going to just pop up over the crossbar. We're going to go to a more attacking mentality as we find ourselves down 1-0. Now, even if we do lose, we don't lose any position on the table. We are still in 7th place. Harvey Vale near post. Amaya can't tuck it inside the near post. And we are not taking advantage of our opportunities. 15 shots to 5. 2.01 XG to 0.7, and yet Chelsea is on the right end of the score, 1-0. 7 minutes added on at the end of the second half as well, but those are going to come and go. We are going to fail to score. It will be Chelsea 1, Fulham 0. We drop our first match of the episode at home, and that really does hurt our Champions League prospects, doesn't it? Well, very good news for us. We are going to be getting back Toshimitsu Endo, which I think could be part of the problem. I mean, we have Melvin Costa out on the right, but we were really kind of using kind of a makeshift rotation out on the left wing with our current tactic. He's going to be coming back from the Asian Cup, where he played 4 matches, scored 2 goals, added 2 assists with a 7.68 rating, and was even named into the tournament Best 11. Welcome back, Toshimitsu Endo. Injury is going to keep out Jair, Ivan Fresneda, and Tom Burford from this match. Toshimitsu Endo, though, is back in. We did also have a recent conversation with Melvin Costa about his recent form. We criticized him. He was thrilled and vowed to do better. So hopefully this match is going to get it started. It's going to be Shamblina and Gola back for a Vale. Akahoman back in there. Guest along with Denisov. A midfield of Akande and Blanco with Endo, Guerrero, and Costa on the attack behind Gabriel Amaya getting the start this afternoon at striker against the Manchester City team currently sitting in 3rd place in the Premier League. Meanwhile, we are a team heading in the opposite direction, entering this game 10th place in the Premier League, but a good showing today could put us back into the European places. It is pouring in Manchester at the Etihad. Can we put in a good showing, get a good result? We start off the match with the early momentum and the first 2 shots of the match, but Man City looking to turn things back in their direction. They've got Ederson in goal, a back four of Marmal, and we'll get to the rest. I don't even know why I tried to do that. Vale throwing it in. Amaya with the header on. It's going to clatter off of the crossbar. Santos tries to clear it. Endo is there, moving it deep, and he will not be able to control it. The heavy touch will send the ball out over the byline for a goal kick for Manchester City. Mika Marmal looking to get things started. He's got Hugo. Throwed it forward. Di Costanzo into the middle, and Shavlina will come off his line and just grab that cross out of the air. No harm, no foul as he looks to send it long. Can he pick out Guerrero? Not really. It's not down to Hugo. Looking for Di Costanzo again. Coop Miners. Di Costanzo gets past the defender, and his shot will get past Shavlina. His 2nd goal of the year. Man City with the 1-0 lead here in the 28th minute, executing that counterattack. The long kick by the goalkeeper, unsuccessful, turned over. Di Costanzo ends up making his way past his man. That was Guest, unable to get his foot on the ball and get that one away from Di Costanzo. Second goal of the year. It always seems like guys that don't normally score always seem to find a way against the human manager, don't they? Man City again in control in the midfield. 40 minutes just about have been played. Kiwior ahead for Ugo. Leaves it for Marmal. Costa, though, is going to step and pick his pocket. Guerrero, touch pass for Amaya in behind the defense. He's going to blast it past Ederson for his 12th goal of the season in all competitions. Gabriel Amaya equalizing things here at 1. Oh, what a play on the road. Melvin Costa, not going to get credit for an assist on this one. That's going to go to Federico Guerrero, but Costa got that play started. So give him a key pass. I think that's how that stat works. Guerrero feeding Amaya in behind the defense. Beautiful job, guys. And somehow Costa's still only on a 6.5. Shallow corner. Oh, Di Costanzo. Again. This time he's going to rocket a low shot from just outside the box. Off of the corner to beat Shavlina 2-1. The 1-goal lead by Man City has been restored. We were able to equalize for a minute and a half. We must absolutely do better. 3 minutes have been added on. They still have yet to play. Harvey Vale will head it back. Aka Holman in the middle. Blanco will lay it back for Shavlina. Look to reset. Guest. Oh, my goodness. Turns it over. Erling Haaland with his 22nd. That was terrible. There was not a single part of that was not terrible. From Shavlina's delivery up for Guest. Guest's attempted return. I mean, I just felt that... I wonder what... Felt like he was offsides on that, but Erling Haaland easily picking up goal number 22. And us easily falling down 3-2. Things must improve in this second half. Do we make changes? Yeah, I think we do. I think Guest is going to need to come out because that was embarrassing. Reece Williams is going to make his way in. Akahoman not having a great first match back. Daniil Denisov not playing very well either. Sunil Coulter is going to come in and replace him. So half of our defensive 4 is new for the second half. And 3 changes being made by Man City now that they have a commanding lead. So we are going to demand more from our team coming right out of the locker room. Melvin Costa being hard done, I think, with that 6-3 rating. He seems to be played pretty well from my eyes. Vale, Amaya. It's going to hit the crossbar. We have hit the woodwork so many times in so many key places where we cannot afford to do things like that, where we need goals, where we need to get that momentum back in our favor. And we can't do it if we are not scoring those goals. Tierney with the throw-in. We're going to hold off on the shout of demand more because we don't want to dishearten the team. Di Costanzo, he's going for the hat trick. It's blocked. Endo, Amaya, Costa with it. Moving it to his right. Can he get past Kiwi or no? But Guerrero will take it off of his foot. Play it forward. Coulter into the middle. Endo is nowhere near that one. Not the greatest cross. Ederson will start things back up to Cervantes for Man City. Di Costanzo moving inside his man. Finds Gabi Viega. Haaland on Shavlina, and Shavlina finally able to make a stop. Oi! I don't even know what to do. We're going to berate our team. We are also going to make more substitutions. Gudjonsson is coming in for Amaya. Marco Morales for Federico Guerrero. And Zigkiga Chandler will come in for Melvin Costa. 5 changes have now been made on the match. Endo, you're going to have to stay out there. You're probably a little tired after your Asian Cup run. Sorry. I know we've got a lot of weak legs out on the pitch. Not really much we can do when we can only replace 5 players in total. Harvey Vale to make the long throw into the box. Akande will send it back out wide. Vale with it, moving it inside. Akande reverses field. Coulter. Now, why couldn't Coulter make the same shot that Di Costanza did? Pretty much in the same place. Same idea. That one went wide. And that match, why does it seem to be that the only time we don't put on good showings is after I've hit record. 3-1, your final score. That third goal should never have happened. Could argue the second goal should never have happened. We need to be better. We are a mid-table team. We came into this as a mid-table team. Maybe we were thinking of overachieving, but you know what? There's still 11 matches left in the season. There's still time for us to pull things out. The good news is, statistically speaking, probability speaking, we should be safe for another year in the Premier League next year. So the back-to-back losses drop us into 11th place, still sitting on 39 points, still in very good position to have a much better season than the last time we were in the Premier League. Bournemouth currently in 18th place on 24 points, so we are still 15 points clear with 11 matches to go. Because we're a mid-table team, we're not really expecting much of anything. We're going to play through, and tomorrow's episode, we will bring you the end of the season, plus the end of the season wrap-up, unless things get really juicy before that, and we have more interesting things to bring you. And by juicy, I'm not talking about being in a relegation battle. If things get that juicy, I'm not sure I'm going to want to show you. So unless something funky happens while I do the in-between stuff, we'll be back to wrap up the season with Liverpool at home and Burnley on the road at Turf Moor. And then we will begin our planning for the 2031-2032 season. Hope to see you then. Thank you very much for all of your support, the likes, the subscriptions, everything. You guys are the absolute best. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.